She can't stop the raging madman at the door. He's drenched her in gasoline, and now he's going to light her up. She erupts into a human fireball.
We have an emergency.
This guy has a knife, there's fire.
This gas station surveillance camera captures a terrified Naomi Breton running with her hair and clothes on fire. The flames sear across her body. Naomi runs shirtless back into the 7-Eleven and frantically calls for help.
He set me on fire. Okay, hurry up, please.
Do you have paramedics?
Yes. He's still outside. He has a knife. He set me on fire.
Okay, I have them on the way.
Hurry up, please. It hurts.
The sicko attacker is her violent ex-boyfriend, Roosevelt Mondesir. The madness all begins here. Naomi is standing by her parked Mercedes. Now you see a Jaguar turn in and stop. Mondesir gets out of his car, armed with a gallon of gasoline and fueled by hate. He splashes the flammable liquid all over her.
He had every intention of killing Naomi that night.
Boynton Beach police officer Patrick Monteith was first to respond to the gruesome scene.
He had a plan. He set the plan in motion by luring her to the location and then put the plan into effect the moment he had the chance.
Naomi's skin is charred and blistered. She suffers second and third degree burns on her head and body.
She didn't have her shirt on anymore. All of the outer layer of her skin, pretty much for the whole upper torso, had been burned off. She was obviously in a lot of pain. You do the best thing you can to try and comfort her, which is exceptionally difficult.
Somehow, she survives and goes from this to this.
I remember smelling my skin burning. Like I smelled the gasoline, and it was disgusting.
Now for the first time, Naomi takes us step by step through her terrifying attack.
So basically he just came, he started pouring the gas on the car, and when he threw it that way, that's when it landed on my face.
She can't fight him off.
I remember him pulling me out, and we're on that side, we're by the garbage can, and like I'm trying to fight with him to get off of me, you know? And I heard a click, and all I knew was I was in flames.
To make matters worse, he has a machete and chases after her.
I have a lot of people ask, why didn't you stop, drop, and roll? And you would think, like, during an occasion like that, like, you would think, you know, I said, if I stop, drop, and roll, he has a machete. He might stop, drop, and chop. You know, no, we're not doing that. So at that point, it was take off your clothes. And I just did, you know, like, I'm thankful that I still had my wits. I still had my mind that I knew not to stop, drop, and roll because of the fact that he can possibly try to stab me.
During the attack, believe it or not, Naomi's ex-boyfriend blames her for what he's done.
Do you remember words that came out of Roosevelt's mouth during?
You did this to me. As he poured it on the car, he was like, you did this to me. And he started pouring the gas on the car.
The flames are out, but the pain and pure terror consumes her. Mondesir is nowhere to be found. He had promised to meet her at this gas station in Boynton Beach, Florida, and hand over custody of their 4-year-old son, Nathaniel, but it was all a lie.
Was Nathaniel in the car?
He wasn't in the car. I remember pumping gas, and I walked over to the car and noticing that Nathaniel wasn't in the car. And I remember saying to myself, he's trying to start an argument, he's trying to start a fight. I'm not even gonna give him the satisfaction. That's when I noticed he had a machete in his hand, and I noticed a gallon of gas, and that's when he started pouring it on the car.
What was worse than the physical pain was the sheer panic of not knowing if her young son was safe.
She doesn't know where her child is. The fear in the back of our head is that if he did this to her, then what's the potential for what he did to the child?
Police set up a dragnet. Sightings of Mondesir came fast and furious.
The last day I observed him, he was behind 7-Eleven with a huge butcher knife about the size of my arm.
Cops find him cowering in the bushes close by and arrest him. A terrified Naomi still doesn't know where her young son is when she's rushed to the hospital. Police later find 4-year-old Nathaniel left alone at his father's house.
They found the child asleep in his bed, safe and sound, which was very comforting to hear over the radio that the child was in fact safe. So it was I'd say a great weight was lifted off a lot of people on scene.
Mondesir has left the little boy a bizarre note.
He did write on the wall, "Sorry, Nathaniel." He's 4 years old, he doesn't know how to read yet, and you left him with no food, no nothing. You didn't call a friend, a neighbor, no one to take him. A little bit on my neck.
Naomi shows me the painful scars.
You call it your smiley face.
My
but
smiley
it's literally a cut.
It's hard to imagine how this brave woman survived such an act of depravity.
Of a smile all the way across your body.
The nerves, it would bother me so much to the point in the middle of the night I can be in a deep sleep and I would literally get up in pain, holding my stomach.
Up next, what lit Mondesir's fuse and how Naomi desperately tried to stop this nightmare just 2 weeks before it erupted.
The police officer says until he's standing in your living room with a knife in his hands, there's nothing I can do.